What's happening, YouTube? This is Brian916. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how to remove a broken screw extractor. If you've ever snapped the head of a bolt off and had to drill a hole through the fastener and tap in a bolt extractor and try to remove that fastener and actually snapped off the screw extractor inside the fastener, then you know how frustrating and how much of a pain in the rear that can be. So I'm going to show you guys how to get one of those broken extractors out, or this works for a broken drill bit as well, if you break it off inside of there. So let's go over here to the workbench and I'll show you how to get them out. Alright, so what I got here is basically an old Acura transmission cord that's been laying around. And I'm going to put a bolt in here, I'm going to break it off, and then I'm also attempt to break off a screw extractor or bolt extractor, aka easy out, and then demonstrate how to get the broken drill bit or bolt extractor out. I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on this bolt so that it's hard to get out, so that my screw extractor or easy out will break off. So I'll put a generous amount and then I'll give it a minute to dry. So it's been about 25 minutes and our Loctite should be dry. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can snap the head off of this bolt. Alright, so I got the head of the bolt snapped off, and we can see we got our Loctite that's already flaking up in there. So this is typically what it's going to look like when you snap a bolt off. So we're going to start drilling in here. Let's clean it out just a bit so I can see what I'm looking at. Of course, we're going to want to get a hole started to guide our drill bit, so I'm going to use a center punch here, create a small hole to get our drill bit started. So I'm just trying to find center as possible. Okay, so I got a small hole started and grab a drill bit. Alright, and I'm actually going to go down a size and then go up a size. Alright, so this is down one size. Now I'm going to go up one size. way too shallow and too small to remove it. So hopefully I can break the easy out off. So I would say the most common mistake on breaking these spiral style extractors out would be using too small of a extractor and not drilling in far enough. So hopefully this will break off. Not demoing how to extract the screw. I was hoping this broke off, but it came out. So I guess what I'm gonna do then is I'm just gonna cut this piece off as if it did break off, and then let me show you how to get the broken one out. Here's it would come out. Now had this been on a customer's vehicle and I'm pressed for time, the easy out. So I'm just gonna cut this screw extractor off right here and show you how to get it out like that. I went to Harbor Freight and bought a cheap extractor set, hoping that these would break off. Okay, so I cut this off. So you can see this easy out is broken off in there. Okay, so here's the rest of the broken easy out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of this tip off. Okay, so here we are with our broken easy out in here. How do we get this out if this is the situation that you're in? For those of you who've been in this situation before, know exactly how that feels. Hopefully this little bit of information can help you in the future get out of a jam. So this is what you're gonna need in order to get this. All right, so you're gonna need to pick up a rotary tool like this Dremel 200 that I picked up from Lowe's. Picked this up for about 40 bucks a while back, and every time I get into a situation like this, I pull the Dremel out and never lets me down. And you're also going to need several of these grinding stones that go inside the Dremel, and you're basically going to grind away the easy out. So let me show you how it works. All right, so we got our tool loaded up, so let's go ahead and start to grind away at this. my Dremel tool's twisting this thing back in. Twist it back out. If you were in this situation, you wouldn't really have to worry about your bolt twisting in. Try to get this thing back out. So much for that Loctite. All right. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here. You can see we got quite a bit of material grinded out of there, and for the most part we got all of that broken screw extractor out of there. You could continue to go. You could run this all the way hollow if you want, but I got about at least a ½ inch deep in there. So at this point I would go ahead and just knock a bigger size screw extractor in there and go ahead and run it out. I'd say a good 90% of these extractors that break off in here is from using a screw extractor that's too small. So anytime you break a bolt off, it's not going to come out quick. You need to take your time and make sure you drill a larger hole, even using a Dremel tool to widen that hole out that you drilled, so that you could get a larger size screw extractor in there. Or at this point you could take a larger drill bit and drill it all the way out. So this is how you get out of a jam if you break a easy. Alright guys, so as you can see, that's a pretty effective way to remove a broken bolt extractor and get yourself out of that jam if you happen to break off a bolt extractor or break off a drill bit in there. It's not the fastest way to get it out of there, but it's effective. It works 100% every time. If you have a little patience and you just sit there and you grind it out, you will get yourself out of that jam. So I hope you guys like my little tip here. This is Brian 916. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.